Good morning, y'all. It's your girl Marisa Star of Star TV, and we are here today to discuss the topic of the video that I posted yesterday about Peach and bruising and dragging her husband for the world to see. So she posted a live doubling down on her evil and demonic ways. So I did want to provide y'all a platform to give your opinions since we didn't really get to on the video. And it is February. Happy Black History Month. Okay, make sure y'all are shopping black, acting black, and doing whatever. Child, paint your nails black, dye your hair black, anything black. I'm here for it. And that's any day, but specifically the month of February. So my black ass will be reporting to work over here on the platform as much as possible. So I'm a Capricorn. I said it. Now hold me to it. But let's get into some more of the shenanigans. That is Peach McIntyre and her so-called union.
Hey, Auntie D. Well, shop my website, peachmcIntyre.com. I'm so mad I'm in TikTok jail. Ugh. I've been misbehaving all night, though. It was well deserved. I had fun, but it's like, how many more times you gonna have fun and jeopardize your own bag? You gotta stop having fun. Stay focused, Peach. Thank you. If somebody block y'all, you most likely said something or did something to get blocked. But if somebody block y'all, I harass them about blocking you, accept the block and move on. I sold 129 tickets to my class tonight. Do I think Wood resent me? Probably. That'd be my goal. That's my current goal. I want him to hate me like I hate him.
So let me summarize that for y'all. I want him to hate me like I hate him. Basically, I'm too weak to leave, so I'm going to just push him to the brink. But what Peach fails to realize about men, because she wasn't raised by one, never had a cohesive love with one, if a man has a genuine love for you and you push him to the brink, if he's functional, which Wood does not seem to be, or he wouldn't be in this predicament, yeah, he'll get up and walk away. However, like I said, he doesn't seem to be a functional grown man. So what he might do is snap and take himself out and take yourself out. So probably not the best course of action, being that you all have 9 kids, but you can't tell somebody like this anything.
I want him every time he see me just be like, I hate that bitch. That's how I want him to feel about me. I want to make him feel how I feel. Thank you. He said he loved me too. But hey, how do you sign up for my class on my website, peachmcIntyre.com? You do not hate Wood. The love is real. How you gonna tell me how to feel? How I feel? I hate him. At the current moment in my life, I strongly dislike my husband. I hate him. That's like telling me, you don't hate your mom. I hate that hoe. I wouldn't spit on her. That's how I feel about him right now. I don't like him. I hate him. I feel the same way I feel about my mama and daddy about him. I hate him at the current moment. Feelings can change, but that's how I feel at the moment. And I've told him that, we've discussed it, and he's just being calm, and it's making me mad. He like, Peaches, that's just how you feel at the moment. You enraged, you angry, you're gonna calm down, and you're not gonna mean any of this. And it's like, you can't tell me how the fuck I feel. So then you just sitting up there like, oh, she's just the drama queen and stuff. She's just a horrible person. That's how it is. Thank you. I do pray, but some things I like. Thank you. I'm gonna get rid of you. Why are you really that mad? I told you guys why I really was that mad. I spoke about it in my other lives, but I'll reiterate.
Good morning, Pie. Listen, this lady with all them damn kids and the so-called husband is irate because, get this, y'all, hold on to your lace fronts, because his brother died and he went to spend time with the family. Oh, Lord, how could he? And that is the genuine reason. He's going to spend time with his family because one of his siblings passed away, like off the face of the earth, passed away. Yeah. Yep.
So the reason why I'm angry with my husband is because I feel like he's choosing his family over our family again. And I don't like how it feels to not be chosen. I feel like my whole life nobody has chosen me, and I've always chosen him. So him rekindling with his family is a problem for me. Your mama turned your phone off and stopped talking to you. And now because she's over there crying because she lost her son, you want to go console your mother and be a good son when this hoe didn't give a fuck about you. She didn't care about your wife crying. She literally told you to check me, aka beat my ass. That's how I take it. Check me. You need to check her. You need to check her. Check me. After you know we had a history of domestic violence where your son has put his hands on me, you want him to check me.
Well, the people say you over there mutual combat because the people say Wood had a chipped tooth this year. So, yeah. I don't understand anybody bragging on being a good parent, but then intentionally exposing their children to trauma. But then come up here and acknowledge your own trauma, but fail to get help for said trauma. All you can think to do is, I guess y'all have makeup sex, you get pregnant, have a baby, you get mad, rinse and repeat. So you're a good mother, but you'll intentionally traumatize not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, but 9 children. Okay.
And then I didn't like the fact that she was telling him.
Yeah, it was given very much. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? Oh, it ain't my fault. Did I do that?
About her yard, how her yard messed up from the hurricane, and now he want to go clean it. But I done asked him to put our baby swing together, and he ain't did it. I don't like the fact that he want to be this great man for his mom and not a great man for me. I envy that.
Hey, bae. I feel weird saying that, but hey, bae. Yes, so these are the people who were traumatized as children, never got healing, jumped right into being a so-called parent, and then just continue the cycle. So she'll acknowledge all her issues, but she's not, humble enough to get help for them. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. No fear of anything because she's mad that he actually still has that line of connection to his family and they're probably actually interested in him as a human being and she can't get that from her family. So and we're going to get into some of the signs and statistics regarding DV because ultimately that's what it is. That's DV, when you would take your spouse and try to isolate them because of whatever you feel or whatever you're going through and you just want them all to yourself. Yeah, you're an abuser. Period. Can you imagine if a man came up here and said the stuff that she is saying? Like, baby, when I say he would be canceled about 10 times over, yeah.
It's not a new feeling. It's a feeling that I've had before that we've talked about. I've talked about it online. I've talked about it with my husband. I've talked about it with my mama. I'm a very honest, transparent person. I'm able to express how I feel. I'm literally pleading with this man to show up for his family that he has with me and his 9 kids, for him to be consistent in his showing up. And he's not.
So I think that also ties into why she continues to keep getting pregnant. She think the more kids that she have by him, the more she can weigh him down to the point that he can never just cut ties with her and be done. But baby, what you fail to realize is once again, here I go having to repeat myself. I hate repeating myself. Ask my children. All 9 of them. I can't stand repeating myself. You, as the human incubator, you're the one that will be stuck with all the kids. So be it 5, be it 6, be it 7, be it 8, be it 9. Baby, you can stretch it all the way to, let's see, I think me and Peach around the same age group. So I'll give you even 5 more good years because you seem to be very fertile. You can stretch it out and have a new baby for the next 5 years. But then you had twins. So let's say you have 7 more kids for a grand total of 16. So you will be stuck with all them 16 kids and would be going on about his business, still doing what he want to do. So what did you accomplish? Especially once that money completely dries up and it stops coming back. Yeah, it's over for you, mama. That's the only thing really tying y'all together at this point is kids and finances. I don't think Wood want to go back to washing cars. I think Wood is comfortable. He's a kept man. But if that money completely dry up, oh, it's a wrap for you, girl.
All right. And as soon as your mama, your family have an issue, you want to show up for them, bitch, go be with them. You made your choice, go be with them. That's how I feel. All right. You don't have to like the answer. I know the answer is ugly. I know the answer is mean spirited, but the answer is true. You had to remember, like mama say, he hit her with a bottle. He was beating me up because I said I didn't want to be with him. And him and my mama got in a fight, and he hit my mama with a bottle in her head and went to jail. And I still chose him. When my mama said, "Oh, if you talk to him, you can't talk to me, I'm moving," I still chose him.
So this is not new news. But you mean to tell me you so lowbrow and down bad, you will let a grown man hit your mama in the head with a glass bottle, and that's the man you want to spend your life with? I don't care what terms me and my mother are on. That's still my mother. A grown man couldn't even speak an unkind word to my mother, let alone be physically violent towards my mother. And think he's still gonna be in my presence? Oh, okay. Oh, you must want a DIE. You must be ready to meet me. Take me to the king. That's crazy to even say out loud. So you want him to be just as lowbrow as you. And that's the thing about, I think a lot of these immature, undeveloped women don't understand about men. Men ride with the home team. So be it the homies, the family, the mama, like, it's kind of a take it or leave it. See, we the ones that be wanting to do all the compromising and cutting everybody off to preserve a relationship. Men don't give it up like that at all. Like, oh, well, shit, take it or leave it. What's it gonna be? No, women, oh, you don't like my dad? Okay, well, I just won't talk to him. It's okay. For the sake of my marriage, my relationship. That's all y'all care about, marriage, relationship. Husband, boyfriend, my man, my man, my man. And then turn around and don't have no network or village of support when that relationship ceases to exist. It is sad, sad, and more sad.
Every time. So for you to not choose me, okay, I'm gonna stop choosing you back. It's fuck you, I hate you. I'm gonna choose Peaches, and I'm gonna hurt you in the process. And it's mean and it's evil. And what has family got to do with it? Everything. So that's how my mind works. You don't have to like the answer, but it's the truth. That's my real answer. Even it's so shit about, I wonder what he getting hit out now for. I wonder what, bitch, because he want to be with his family. Now he can be with you, motherfuckers. He can move over here, stay with you, motherfuckers. I just feel like your family that you create comes first, especially all that I have endured, all that I have sacrificed. Me and your children should come first. People that don't call to check on you and your children, bitches ain't call to wish you happy birthday. They didn't even call to tell you your brother was dead. His son had to call you on Instagram, and you want to run over there to console that bitch. But with your babies in the hospital, she didn't call. Your mama work at the hospital across the street, and the main hospital. She ain't.
Call who, girl? Call who? You have, first of all, it ain't no news for y'all to have a newborn or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. You do this almost every year now for the past few years. They don't like you. And the reasoning is clear. I don't blame them. So why would they call to check on anybody? They definitely can't call you. That man wasn't even up there with the kids. You're not even realizing the man is disconnected from this whole childbirth, new baby process. He's just going through the motions, trying to, keep a roof over his head. Anybody with eyes can see that man is completely disconnected from this entire situation. But you trying to force him to remain connected instead of you focusing on the children that you have, being happy, whole, and on the path to healing. You're just going to keep having kids, keep complaining. But like I said in my video, all you're doing is continuing the lineage. You hate the family so much, but want to continue the lineage. Girl, your kids are the family, sis. You hate the family, but your kids are the family.
To come see your kids? Never. Even years ago, when Gregory McKay was in the hospital she worked in with RSV, she didn't come see him, check on him, ask how he doing. But you want to console this bitch? So that's how my mind works. And for those of you like, I seen some of y'all, you gonna have 8 daughters-in-laws. Oh well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's like for me, it was like either choose your family or choose your family. You chose your family, fuck you, go be with them. I hate you now forever. And he keeps saying, that ain't what you want. Peaches, this ain't really what you want. Peaches, I leave you with these 9 kids. You gonna miss me, you gonna miss all I do for you. So what you do for me? You don't do nothing for me. What you do for me as a husband?
Now, was it even a month ago that she hopped on a short defending Wood, saying, oh, y'all always ask what the Wood do? Oh, he's a father, he does this, and then, of course, something about him having sex. But she run down this little brief list of stuff that he does, but now all of a sudden he don't do nothing. So when it's time to be on Mad Day, he don't do nothing. When it's time to try to defend your stupid decision making, oh, he was just the bee's knees, child. Okay.
You do for your kids as a daddy. So you're saying when I break up with you, you're not going to do for your kids? You're not going to show up anymore as a dad? I expect that. I know niggas do that. They only show up when they with the mama, when they like the mama. When they don't like the mama no more, they don't show up for the kids no more. Duh. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. I expect you to do that.
Girl, he don't like you now. He show up because them kids live where he live at. But if you expect him to be able to show up in the same way with all the amount of kids that y'all have, knowing that man ain't got no money, no resources, no nothing, it's not going to happen. Hence the fact that it probably don't make sense to have 9 kids by somebody who don't got nothing going on. But that's the life you chose. So if you cool with, you know what I'm saying, take care of a baker dozen kids by yourself and being a single mother, even though you talk trash about single mothers there, be our guest chef. Far be it from us to try to talk some sense into you. That's your burden to bear. And once again, that's social media, especially in the age of DT. When them funds begin to dry up, don't be up here starting no GoFundMes and all of those things. No, you better get out here and get it out the mud like everybody else. Throw them kids in subsidized daycare and do it moving, baby.
You already don't show up for me as a husband. We see it on camera every day. You know? All right. They are jealous of you probably. And then what set me off really, he called me. He was like, he think he not going back around his family. And I'm like, I was wrong. Because in the beginning, I kept just trying to play it cool. Like, Peaches, beat up for him. Peaches, don't be selfish. Peaches, hold these feelings in. And even when I talked to him, I was like, being very selective with the words I chose. And he was like, man, his cousin gonna say Peaches must have some good stuff because you got 9 kids with her. First of all, that was disrespectful. You should have checked your cousin. Why is he talking about what kind of stuff I got? But they laughing about it. And then he gonna say after that, his sister was like, we don't like your wife. And his mama gonna tell her to just shut up. His other sister gonna tell him that, oh, we didn't say that. And she said, well, I said I don't like your wife, his fat ass sister, that his mama treat like gold. Even his brother that died kept telling him, like, your brother that died ain't even like your mama. He wasn't even talking to your mama. I talked to your brother that died. I hope y'all know when I said fuck your brother, I'm not talking.
Can you imagine getting on the World Wide Web exposing your 9 kids family like that? For the sake of what? Making a couple dollars that you ain't gonna do nothing but blow next month, but your kids gotta live with this. First of all, tomorrow's not guaranteed to anybody. So God forbid you drop dead tomorrow and them kids gotta go stay with their dad and their family. How you think them people gonna feel towards your children? Yeah, I'm sure you don't have nothing lined up because you blow all your money doing stupidity. So life insurance, you're not cool with your family. So either they can go into state's custody or they'll probably go stay with Wood and his family. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So yeah, that's not the way I would handle that situation.
Somebody's brother that died, I was talking about him. Fuck your brother. If I was talking about the brother that died, I would have said.
Yes, y'all. Girls Gossip said, hey, Pineapples, I stay in your bushes, sis. I love your channel. Yes, y'all better go watch Pineapples. She be up early in the morning getting to it. Now, your girl, I ain't gonna be up here no 7, 8, probably not even 9, baby. Whew. Can't do it. And the older I get, the harder it is to peel myself up off this nice memory foam mattress under this nice warming blanket. So yes, y'all check my sis out.
Said fuck your dead brother, but that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about my husband. Fuck you, fuck your mammy, and fuck your brother. My husband got a lot of brothers. I'm talking about him. So, stuff like that is just like made me mad. Me and his brother, they could have rekindled their relationship. Him and his mom, I'm not sure. I'm not privy to that information, but years ago, me and his oldest brother had a conversation. His oldest brother that died, he had came to his mama's house, and his sister, his fat ass sister that I don't like, is not his mom's biological daughter. That is his dad's daughter. His daddy had.
Peach, who asked for all of this information, sis? I think you could have came to your conclusion and your point without telling on people business, baby. Don't nobody care. Just like you didn't have to show us the daggone. Thank you. Yes, Dr. A says like the video. So if Dr. A says it, do it. Girl, we could have lived without you showing in people's house and all that, and cars and license plate. Like, girl, you do too much. Do way too much for too little. This same little coin that'll be in your pocket next month, you gonna blow within a day or two. Unnecessary. These are people that didn't get attention as children, and it shows. They get a little social media attention, and all of a sudden they just doing everything. Lay out. I'm surprised she ain't came up here and cocked her legs open to let us see her push them babies out. That's the next step.
A baby with a crackhead. Her mom was a crackhead. His daddy was cheating on his mama with a crackhead and got her pregnant, and he ended up having her. And his.
Yes, Wood. So, Wood, I know you broke, but I'll help you out with legal representation. You're going to have to pay me back on the back end. But look, I know a fire attorney in Florida divorced this hoe, take half of her earnings for yourself for the first 5 years after y'all divorce, and then make her pay child support for them kids or get joint custody. And then that'll kind of cancel out child support. So let me know. Because y'all know Wood be on these streets, baby. Wood and his mistresses, and he be up here sexting and texting people. So Wood, if you hear this, I don't have no vagina for you. However, I do have some solid advice.
His mama took her in like her own child, and has raised her as a daughter. And some people, you don't need to say that. That's so mean. Yeah, I want to say it. It's mean. I don't care. But his mama took her in like a daughter, raised her, whatever. But she's not biologically his mom's daughter. His mama only got 4 sons. The oldest one that died, the 3 from his daddy. That's all his mama got. She don't got no daughter. But his mama accepted all of his outside children like they are her biological children. His mama and his new wife, his mama and his daddy new wife got a baby on the same exact day, same exact age. Just so you guys can understand like where we come from. This is what we come from. My daddy had 8 different women pregnant while my mom was pregnant. This is what we come from. So we're trying to, I'm not gonna say I was trying to navigate through all this. Like, look, we come from this fucked up, toxic environment. We both didn't have good examples. Let's walk away from them and start this new life.
Girl, what? Walk away from them and start this new life. That don't work like that. And then you're just as toxic as the people you're talking about. Got just as many kids as the people you're talking about. Just as nasty and disgusting, probably worse than the people you're talking about. So what did you accomplish? No, you just wanted him to cut his family off, and he hasn't done it. And you're mad.
Like, fuck all them. Let's start this new life. And my husband obviously don't want to do that. He misses his family. Go back to them bitches. I'll start a new life without you. It is what it is. But that's why I'm saying all that. And the reason why I'm reiterating the fact that his sister isn't his mom's daughter is because his mom does the most for his sister. And his oldest brother that passed away years ago, he came to see his mama. And when he came, I was sitting on the porch with my kids. And his mama wasn't there. His sister was there with her boyfriend, like living in his mama's house with her boyfriend, and he went off. And I had never seen him angry. Like, all the years I know him, I had never seen him act like that. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, I hate this hoe. Like how I feel about my mama. And he was like, she treat this hoe like she better than us. Like, this her real daughter. She did most for his kids than her kids. You got to remember, he got his own daddy. So he was going off about that. And at this time, I didn't hate my mom. I talked to my mom. I loved my mom. So I couldn't understand why he feel this way. And it was just so random. Like, he just was going off. And he stopped talking to her. He stopped coming around. They tried to say it was another reason why he stopped coming around, but I know that was the reason. He would literally pass his mama's house and not speak, be on the next street. He been stopped. My husband ain't go to birthday parties with him. He went and created his own life for his own family. Now, they could have made up. I've been out the picture, for like a year. I've been out of the picture for over a year, so they could have made up. I don't know that information. But for me, that was like confusing. It's like, you want to go back and hang around your family. You want to show up and be there for your mama. Your brother wasn't close. Your brother wasn't coming around your mama like that. Like, why are you choosing this?
Did he say he was going to move in with these people, or he wanted to stay there permanently, or he just wanted to go? Because y'all know, after somebody passed away, it's a whole process. So be there, be confident for the first few days, establish the arrangements for the first few days. Then there's usually a viewing. Then there might be, the viewing. Some people will do a wake. And then there'll be the final arrangements where, you close the casket and do whatever needs to be done, be it burn them up, drop them in the ground, whatever that looks like. And then the repast, and then, trying to get everybody acclimated to the new way of life without the person. Did he say he was gone permanently, or like, because I don't think the brother been dead a whole 14 days. And Wood was still coming home because Wood has been in videos since the brother passed. So you mad because he want to be there around his family. Death is not something that you just like, oh, well, we weren't talking. So even though I grew up with him and we share the same lineage, welcome. That don't work like that. And if your mind is wired that you're warped, you're weird, you have mental health issues. It could be somebody you ain't seen in 20 years. If y'all had even a period of time, it don't even have to be a blood relation. It's childhood friends I've had when I find out they passed. Like, I feel that hurt, I feel that pain, I feel that void because at a period of time, we had a connection. So that's odd of you to think that he can't mourn and be with his family during that time because him and the person weren't close when they pass.
I don't get it. And then you letting them talk about me and not saying nothing. You're not speaking. I would never let nobody talk about you. I ride for you. I'm starting to feel away, So that's how we got here to this point. And then it's just like, okay, he left Wednesday. It's just like, you just happen to continue to be considerate and understanding and compassionate for somebody who's not doing the same for you. And I don't want to do that no more.
You forcing yourself to stay in a relationship for somebody you feel like don't show up for you. So you want somebody to feel bad and you want to basically penalize him for not being what you want instead of you just going on about your business. So you're not doing it because that's the way you genuinely feel inside. You doing it as a get back. I'm not going to turn around and mirror somebody else's energy and have my self-esteem and mental health all messed up in the meantime instead of just going on about my business. Like, girl, you look crazy. And I bet your kids look at you real crazy, especially your oldest. Like, what is wrong with my mother?
That's his mama, though. I don't give a fuck. That's why you think I care. That's his mama, bitch. I don't talk to my own mama. I don't care about my mama. So for y'all to be like, okay, she don't talk to her mama, her family, she don't want to talk to his. Yes, absolutely. If I chose you over my family, choose me over yours. If you can't do that, then you don't need to be family with me. Go be family with them. You can still show up for your children if you choose to. But if you choose not to, oh well, I'm going to show up for all 9 of them every time.
Because she really think, and this is what the single mothers of the year be thinking, that they can be everything to a million different people. Impossible. All right, Wood, this one is for you. Listen up, and I'm going to do this as slow as possible. Okay, you ready? You ready, Wood? 10 signs you're the husband of an abusive wife. Being verbally abused, belittled, humiliated, or name called in front of your friends or family. If your wife is possessive, jealous, harassing with accusations of unfaithfulness. controlling where you go and who you see, isolating you from friends and family. If your wife seems to consistently create reasons for you to forego those times or make you feel guilty when you get home because of those visits, you probably got an abusive spouse on your hands. Controlling of how you spend money or deliberately defaulting on joint obligations. Threatening to leave you and keep you from seeing your children. Treating you like a child or a servant. Okay. Is that enough? Do we need to hit all the points? Now, I kept it brief because this is what we're talking about. If I had to say what is on the spectrum to me, either on the spectrum, got a little touch of ADHD or something. I think he's, neurodivergent. That's just my opinion. I ain't no doctor, so far be it from me to diagnose anybody. But that's just what I gather. He can't, pin down a career. He fails to communicate effectively. His reactions to stuff be kind of inappropriate. Like, baby, she be dragging you and you be over there giggling. So I don't know. That's just my interpretation.
It's that simple. It's that simple. A man is supposed to choose his family that he creates. A woman is supposed to choose her.
That's not quite the interpretation, because I see where you're going with that. You're trying to go biblical, but you're trying to take the biblical term and twist it to be like demonic. And that traditionally doesn't work. So yes, ultimately, if you had to rank, then the family that you create is over the family that you're born with. But last I checked, nobody said you had to pick either or. You just got to prioritize the family that you created. You telling him he got to pick? I don't recall where anything says that.
Family that she creates. Nothing is supposed to come in between the family. If a bitch don't like my husband, I don't like them. You can't have motherfuckers that don't like your wife and you like them. Now you my enemy. But my husband like a peacemaker.
He don't like you, girl. How he gonna get upset? Well, yeah, she do be doing this and she do be doing, yeah, y'all right. Oh no, don't talk about my wife. Well, you don't even like her. Oh yeah, true that. He don't like you. The little girl don't even like you.
Don't like to be in no drama. He don't hold grudges. We so opposite from each other. He's so passive. Like, it's no big deal. It's a big deal to me. And I'm having these.
That's why I wish y'all would go outside before y'all decide to lay down and have children, please. Because if you knew that most men are like that, they're not about the drama and dragging stuff out and none of that stuff. That's just not a man's nature in general. So if you're not compatible with that person, why do you continue to, number one, again, carry on the legacy? Number two, continue to force a relationship. Why? If y'all are not compatible and you want somebody who's just as vengeful and upset as you, okay, cool. Go find him. He's probably somewhere worshiping Satan, but go find him.
These conversations, which I need to really sit and edit. You guys will see, like, in real time, me processing these emotions and battling myself, crying and saying these things like, this lady wasn't enough for us. This lady ain't console us. This lady don't even counsel you. All that saying out your kids' relationship problems, no. I'm an Aries, he's a Taurus. A man is supposed to choose his family, but at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you are still to respect your mother and mama, like I said. Yeah, I don't gotta like it, but fuck her. Do you have friends? Yep. You cannot control how he is with his family, especially his mother, though. You don't talk to yours, doesn't mean shit. I understand that, right? So I can't control what my husband does. We already know that. I don't cheat and he cheats on me. I pay bills and he don't pay bills. I be up all night working, wake up early still. He sleeps all day. I know I have no control over him, but I do have a choice in this. I do have a choice. I can say, you know what, Wood? I understand that you love your family. You love your mama. You want to be with your mama. Your mama just lost her son. Bitch, go be with her and leave me the fuck alone. Because for me, I can't accept it. Fuck you.
All you're doing is throwing a temper tantrum because he's going to be right back over there shoving that wood in your mouth. So you throwing a temper tantrum. That's why he don't take you serious in the first place. You go on these little rants, start gathering up stuff, dropping off stuff, and doing all of these things, and then turn right back around and lay down with him and get pregnant again. Girl, he don't take you seriously. You just throwing a temper tantrum. He's still gonna do what he want to do, and he's still gonna have a home and a life with you. So what control do you really have?
For me, it's like a stab in the back. For me, you choosing them over me, I don't like the way that feels. I suffer from middle child syndrome. My own mama and daddy didn't choose me. The same blood running through our bodies, them bitches didn't choose me. For me, this is a problem. So you gotta go. You gotta go. I don't put up with too much. You gotta go, bitch. Choose them, stay with them. And if you choose to go move on with your life and get another relationship, that ain't nothing new. I don't have nobody around me. I just told him that. You can't hurt me no more. All you would do is go sleep with the closest bitch near me. If it's anybody in my vicinity that he knows, oh, I'm gonna go fuck this girl to hurt Peaches. That's how I think his mind thinks, because that's what he does. Now I don't have nobody around me. We're gonna go fuck. I don't care. I don't know him. It's not gonna hurt me. You done did the worst of the worst. And I done stayed and I done took you back. You can't hurt me no more. You literally just fucked somebody in your truck that I bought you while I was pregnant with not one but two babies, and I had to eat it. I had to eat it. Your mama ain't call you then. Ain't nobody call and say treat your wife better. Mm-mm. Nope. So fuck you. That's how I feel. I had to eat it. You eat it, bitch. You created this. You helped create this. I won't give you full credit. He lost a brother. I don't give a damn. His brother lived in the same city as we did. If not in the same city, nearby, bitch. We ain't live out of the state. And he don't know some of our kids ain't never meet him. Y'all do know in Tampa it goes on like that a lot. My daddy lived in the same city as me my whole life. I have children that he never met. Not because I said you can't meet them, just because he didn't give a damn. You wasn't close. I don't give a fuck about you crying about somebody you used to know. Just because y'all grew up together, you grew up together, and you grew apart. He dead. He lost a brother. His brother is dead. He ain't dead. You going to be around some living motherfuckers that don't like me. You want to be around my enemies, bitch, so you want. That's how I feel. How's my C-section recovery? It's recovered. I'm fine. I seen my doctor that did my C-section today. She's talking about, girl, I need to get me some of those heels. You are not hurting Wood. If it don't hurt him, that's fine. He don't got to hurt. His mammy hurting, though. Niggas love their mammy. I be evil on purpose. Mammy hurting, your mammy crying, bitch. Mm-hmm. See how that work? Get you a new man, never. I have told y'all many times, if me and my husband don't work out, I'm never dating. Like, I'll probably hook up with somebody if I want to. My husband don't believe that. He's like, yeah, right. But as far as like remarrying, bringing a man in my house, I would never do that. I would never put my children in that kind of position. What man would want me with 9 kids? What man would want me? Let me say not with 9 kids. What one man would?
Well, I'm glad everybody not delusional about that fact. However, you won't put your kids through that, but you'll put your kids through the tumultuous back and forth, up and down roller coaster of you and Wood. Okay.
Want me and 9 kids. Nobody wants 9 kids that ain't theirs. I don't want 1 kid that ain't mine, bitch. So I wouldn't expect that of anybody. Now, I can always go hook up with somebody. That's easy. My husband hooking up with hoes in the backseat of his truck that I bought him. Hooking up with people is easy. Niggas don't have standards. I can hook up with a homeless man if I want to. But I don't see me ever being in another relationship. Like, I literally would give my life to my kids and just focus on them and travel and paint. You know, do all the things they love. Homeschool, be on my farm, writing my books. I'm okay with that. Thank you. I don't understand how you could be with him after that. love, or should I say lack of self-love. And then also, I just had to be strategic. I know, like, who gonna watch these kids when I had this baby? I can't just up and leave this man. But now I can. My other baby gonna be home soon. All my babies gonna be together. Why y'all like, oh, you about to get evicted? Bitch, you know how much money I make? I'm gonna hire me some movers. I don't need my husband to move me or none of that. I'm gonna hire me a nanny, put kids in daycare. Sit back and watch. Trust me, I got a plan. I need to come talk shit and get a bag, like you just talking and getting money. It's challenging living your life on camera, but we do make a lot of money. I would have loved to have love though. I would have loved for my marriage to work. I would love to just mention something and my husband take care of it. I would love to be like, I'm so tired and my husband let me sleep in. The way his mammy could say, oh, my backyard is so messed up from the hurricane. There's still stuff back there. While she got her 2 other grown sorry ass sons living there, and they can't fix it, and he considering going to fix it without her even asking, just mention it. Meanwhile, I say I'm so tired. This bitch still don't wake up to take the kids to school. I said, oh, I should just stay at the hospital with the babies tonight. But then I know this bitch ain't gonna get up on time to take everybody to school. You know, I just always got to be on go. You're in over your head. No, I'm not. That's why you keep working. Money can solve a lot of your problems. You build you a village. Ladies, in situations like this, you don't fold. And I'm not saying in situations like this where, oh, his mama died. I mean, his brother died, and you mad, you go to the funeral. No, I'm saying in situations where you're feeling like your partner doesn't love you, your partner is neglecting you, you've been vocal about it, you've been praying, you've been battling yourself, you've been telling him how you feel in private, you've been trying to do all you could do as a wife or a girlfriend, whatever, washing clothes, cooking, working, serving him, trying to make him feel like something, and he's still making you feel like nothing. Keep working. You don't need them. Keep working. Build you a village outside of him. That's all you do. You build you a new village. Even last time, after I had Phenomenal and we went through a similar situation, had I just held out a couple more days, all my kids was in daycare except Phenomenal. All I had to do was hold out a couple more days, and I would have been free. I ain't need him. I let him come back, and then all my kids went to daycare. What I needed him for? He's just dropping them off, picking them up. I could have rid myself of him then. But nope, I kept trying to stay in this fight for my marriage. I love this man. Fight for my marriage. Oh, yes, you are. Nah, you ain't me. I don't know. You knew how he was. Get over it. Oh, I will. The family is an excuse. You're really leaving him because you're tired of the bullshit. You're tired of him not helping. I literally just said that. The family not an excuse. It's a part of the reason. Listen, let me tell you, it's 4,000 of y'all on here. I do a very good job. That's why I blow up. Because I do a very good job at explaining myself. Clear as day. I'm literally telling you how I feel, why I feel the way I feel. And you trying to tell me, oh, this is an excuse. You just was already mad. I was already mad. It was the little straw that broke the camel's back. It's you continuously not choosing me. It's you continuously not choosing your children. I've stayed through the abuse. I stayed through the alcohol addiction. I always put you first. Even after infidelity, still serve your plate first before I feed my kids. You laughed in my face. You said that that's my condom, not yours. Still continue to go out. Even after we had kids, these 2 babies, still giving you your Fridays. Still cooking, still cleaning, trying to take as much pressure off of him. He took no pressure off of me. And then as soon as your brother died, oh, it's an emergency. You got to run and be with your mammy. Man, fuck your mama, bitch. That's how I feel. You may have an abandonment wound. That is why you do everything to keep your husband, even if he cannot and will not do the same. He is only a constant in your life because of your children. I agree. I just said that my mama didn't choose me. My daddy didn't choose me. And then when I talk about this stuff, oh, you always bringing up your mom and daddy. It plays a part from age 0 to 8. That's how you fund. I was trying to say found. I can't even get my word out. But that's how you come up with your core belief system about how you feel about yourself, based on how you feel and how you were treated between 0 to 8. You learn it in child development. I read a lot of books about this kind of stuff. And because of that, not feeling love, parents not being present and things of that nature, that one was already there. He didn't put it there. And that's why we attracted to each other. He just like my motherfucking daddy. I'm just dumb like his fucking mama. I already explained all of that, the dynamics. And then you have to work hard to change your story. Exactly. And I told him, I'm like, you treat me like your daddy treated your mama. And that's when I started explaining that. Like, just imagine how your mama felt. Your daddy got all these outside kids and she just up there accepting them. And that's another reason why my disdain come for his sister that much. Like, your sister is not your mom's biological daughter. And your mama take care of her kids like them is her biological.
How you gonna be mad about something that ain't got nothing to do with you? Plenty of people adopt children every day and still have a love for them. What are you talking about? That don't have nothing to do with you, how she chooses to feel about that young lady. Who gonna meet a baby and because of what the parents did decide they're gonna be hateful towards the child? That don't work like that. That child needed somebody, and she was woman enough to step up and be that person. I'm sure her and the daddy not together no more, but she still has a love for that lady, Wood's sister. What is the problem? That is so weird to me.
For grandkids. Meanwhile, the kids that I share with you have the same blood as her, and she treat them like they don't exist because
Girl, just like men attach their emotions for the mama to the kids, so do in-laws. Baby, they don't like the mama. There is nothing to like about the mama. That is why. These folks can't be bothered with you and your shenanigans, bitch. And I'm surprised you made it over there and back to your vehicle when you were dropping that stuff off. Because all this shit that you done talked, and now you up here telling our business, I would have grabbed you right by that little bud and dragged you all through that gravel, all the way back to your car. So I know Wood's family must have a certain level of respect for Wood and them kids, because, baby, the way we would have tore your ass up in our time of grief.
because she hates me. That hurts. That's bothersome. Meanwhile, this baby that was created on you, that you accepted, that you took in and loved like it's your child, you love her and her kids that don't share the same DNA as you. But then again, I know his mother's upbringing. So it's like, and I told you, I don't love outsiders. Anything outside of me, if you ain't come for me, I can't love you.
Now, imagine Wood got other kids. That's why she continues to say that. And does that make Wood piss poor for being with a woman who feel like that? Absolutely. But that's not off brand for low life men to move on with somebody that don't care about their kids and create a whole new family. That's not off brand for a bum. That's right on brand, actually. Oh, this one don't work out? Okay, cool. Let me go find somewhere else to stay. Somebody else to impregnate to secure my spot. And that's what he did. He got a little more than he bargained for with Peach, I think. But, hey.
I never have a blended family. I wouldn't love them. I know myself. I don't fuck with it. Why does his mama hate me? I think it's because I don't just take it. That's what I think.
I be honest with you. You a very hateable person. I ain't gonna lie, because I don't know you, and I ain't gonna say I hate you. I don't know you, but not very likable. So I can imagine just having to live and interact with you in real life. Yeah, you another one that's quite smackable. I don't know.
Like her son do stuff to me, I'm gonna do it back. And then young, I remember one fight we had, I told his daddy, me and Wood got in a fight, he was cheating on me, always cheating on me. But I was at his mama's house in a room, and he came in the room with attitude, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? I had been waiting on him. He just leave me in his mama's house all the time in his room, and he just doing whatever he want to do. And I was like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, I'm sick of you hoes. I'm sick of both of y'all. And I said, both of us. And so he was talking about me and the girl he was cheating on. And I was like, what? And I just went nuts and I attacked him. And I'm in the living room, his mama living room, on top of the computer attacking him. We both fighting. And his daddy trying to break it up. And I told his dad, I said, I hate you. This is your fault. You was such a dog and such a cheater. This is your fault. Just mad because like I said previously, from the outside looking in, I didn't meet my husband's family until I was already pregnant. That was red flag number one. I would never let my kids date anybody if I ain't met where they come from. I tell McKay that all the time. When you decide to date somebody, see where the fuck they come from, so you can see what you get yourself into. But from the conversations with my husband, it was his mom and his daddy married. His mama got 4 kids. His mama owned her home. So it sounded like he came from a good family. Me not knowing that, yeah, his mama and daddy married, but his daddy got all these outside kids on his mom. His daddy got 3 outside kids from one lady, the lady that he married to now. But when I say outside, I mean his mama have a baby, she have a baby, his mama have a baby, she have a baby. Then they last babies, they had them on the same day. And now he's married to that lady. You know, so it's like, I didn't know that. And then even back in the day, when me and my husband was dating, before we ever had Gregory McKay, one day me and him was in his car in front of my mom's house, and his mama called. And
what is up with people getting pregnant by strangers and then acting surprised when things don't work out the way they anticipated? And then you come from dysfunction. So did you really think that you was going to meet a man that came from a good background? I don't think that worked like that. I'm not quite sure. Y'all raise your hand if you know anybody that came from a good background that want to be with somebody who acts like this and feels like this about their family.
And she went to customize mine. He got a DNA test that came in the mail. He got another fucking baby. She's sick of this, yelling at my husband because him and his daddy got the same name but different middle initials. So his daddy name Greg, his name Greg, but the middle initials are different. My husband might be watching this. So she called about the DNA papers. Like, and I'm in the car with my husband. This is how crazy this lady is, because she was telling him, "Oh, you telling all my business, Miss Sophia? I've been with your son for going on 20 years. I was there. Gregory only 17. I didn't meet him and immediately have a baby." So anyways, she called me going off. He was like, "Man, I gotta go home." So when he go home and he see the DNA papers, that's not him, it's his daddy. So his daddy literally got Gregory McKay 17. His daddy probably got a daughter, she 18 or 19.
And this is the family that you want to continue the lineage for. This is the family that you done birthed 9 kids into. Between your family and this family, this is what you chose for your children. Just to make sure we're clear about this. Okay.
19 years old, and his mom and daddy is married, and she was still going through this. So my husband literally doing the same thing to me that his daddy did to his mama. Literally, same exact thing. And I'm choosing to stay. And I don't want my kids to grow up and think that this is what they're supposed to do. When my kids grow up, always choose your family that you created. Go away, you know, be with your family. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how I feel about it. God works in mysterious ways. How many kids does Wood have outside of yours? To my knowledge, my husband has 2 kids outside of my kids. He has 2 older kids. So he has a son that'll be 20 this year. I've been dating his daddy since he was 1 month old. Well, he probably wasn't even a full month yet. And then he has a daughter that he always said wasn't his, but when she was 12 and he was in prison, they took a DNA test and it came back that that was his baby. But he had always lied to me, like, I ain't never messed with with her. That girl lied on me. I ain't never messed with that. I never slept with that girl. Lying. And mind you, this before I ever even came in the picture, still was lying. So it wasn't until the little girl turned 12 that they took the DNA test, and that's his first daughter. And it came back that that was his baby. And I'm like, thought you ain't sleep with that girl.
So you got in a relationship with somebody who had a 20-day-old. Is that what you're saying? Because she said the baby won't a month yet, so I'm going to just put it at 20 days. You got a relationship with a man that had a 20-day-old?
He's a compulsive liar. He still said, I didn't sleep with her. So, like, I know who I'm dealing with. Uh-huh. How did you find out about the daughter? My sisters, like, everybody had told me that he had a daughter. My sisters had told me they got a daughter. She live in Alabama. And I asked him about it, and he was like, that's a lie. I ain't sleep with that girl. That girl lying on me. I ain't never messed with the girl. So it was a girl from their local neighborhood that said that she was pregnant from him before I ever met him. My sister on my dad and them side, they knew his family first. I didn't meet my husband until high school. I didn't start hanging out with my sisters on my dad's side until after high school, really, but they started coming around when I was a senior in high school. But so people had told me that, and when I asked him about it, he said that was a lie. He never slept with the girl. And then I seen the little girl when we were dating, and that's probably another reason his mama don't like me. His mama came to the room, was in his room about to go to the movies, and his mama was like, "Oh, she needs some money for some new shoes. Give me some money to get her some new shoes." And I'm like, "Who is that?" And she was like, "This is his daughter." And I was like, "He said that that's not his baby." And he was gonna give his mama the money. And I said, if that's not your baby, why are you finna give your mama some money? If that's not your baby. And he was like, that ain't my baby. I ain't gonna get her no money, and didn't get her the money. So that could be
Girl, what? So he lied to you. Everybody else knew. His mama said that in front of you. Okay.
another reason why his mama hate me. His mama always sent the little girl gifts, bikes and shit for Christmas. Went and buy my son nothing for Christmas. You know, it's been like that. Thank you. At least you know it's a self-love issue. I dealt with the exact same thing. Yeah, I'm aware. How old is his daughter? She in her 20s. I don't know. She probably 24.
So basically, you played a role in that young lady not having a father in her life. Because once again, he had to choose between keeping you happy and being present for the child. Now, not to say it's not 100% his responsibility, because it is 99.99. However, karma, like I said, he gives slow. He gives easily influenced. A lot of men do. I ain't gonna hold you. They give easily influenced, especially when it comes to a woman's influence. That's why men tend to be successful when they have a stable-minded woman in their life. But if you have the opposite, then of course that's gonna impact your life in negative ways. So this is the opposite. Yeah, it does give a little crackish, or at least fetal alcohol syndrome, or I don't know what went wrong, baby. I don't know what. She is a beautiful young lady. She could be so much more, but she just choose to, you know, continue to be this. I guess she's happy being this. So we'll just sit here and talk about it.
She between 23 and 25. I don't know. Thank you. Go get help. I don't need help. Help for what? No, I wouldn't go to therapy with my mom. I don't ever want to reconnect with my mom. It wouldn't benefit me none. Why we gotta go to therapy to get an apology? Why we gotta go to therapy to get an acknowledgement and for you to admit it? Go to therapy so we could be in therapy and she could be saying, that's a lie. That's a lie. Why would I apologize for a lie? Why would I go to therapy for that? What would that do for me? But enrage me? What they gonna have to the therapy gonna be the referee to pull me up off of? That's what we gonna go to therapy for? There's no need to go to therapy for that. I know how to communicate. I don't know what would do, obviously. I don't know who he talked to, obviously. Are you bipolar? No, I am not bipolar. What makes y'all think I'm bipolar? In all seriousness, why do I have to be bipolar? I really think you be delusional. Why? I'm so proud of you for choosing to love yourself. Thanks. It's still a struggle. I ain't gonna say it's a struggle to love myself. I'm saying it's a struggle to like give up on the little piece of love that you thought that you had. It's about she ain't bipolar, she autistic. I am autistic. Why you don't talk to your sister? Which one? How do you keep your face so clear and glowing? I bathe. Thank you. What's next for me? Work, a lot of work. I just plan on continuing to work really hard, show up, buy my land, writing music, writing books. I want to make some movies.
I don't even think Wood 40. I think they're not too far off in age. I just think he started having sex unprotected at an early age. But we can find out because Wood mugshot's been posted how many times now?
What everything I said I was gonna do. Everything I've been saying. Then I said I probably want to act on Broadway. I told him that night on TikTok. I was being very dramatic and very entertaining and singing and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I need to go ahead and, go on Broadway. Thank you. You be flipping that switch and you're intelligent. That's bipolar as fuck. No, that's not. Well, you do mentorship. Not at the moment. Not ready for it. Do you think Wood resents you? I've said yes, but he says no. My husband act like he hate me. But like I told y'all, I seen a TikTok where a man said that he used to act like he hated his wife, but really he hated himself. He didn't like where he was in life and he would just be mean to her because he hated himself. I was like, oh, because that makes sense because I'm not doing anything to this man. I keep being nice. And then I know it is hard to compare to me. I'm very intelligent. I'm very strong willed, very goal driven. You know, so I know that could be hard. Some of y'all can't handle me. So just imagine living with Peaches McIntyre, somebody who's talented and knows, her why, her purpose. A lot of y'all don't know y'all purpose in life. So that when you encounter somebody that does, you can feel inferior. So I get it. Is what a narcissist? I say yes. I feel like my husband and my mom are the same people. I've always stated that. Like my husband is just like my mom and my daddy. That's how I feel. But instead, everybody say I'm the narcissist. Well, Peaches is narcissistic. It's Peaches. She's the narcissist, not her mom, not Wood. Poor Tracy, poor Wood. That's what people do. So I'm used to it. Yeah. Thank you. My class is $19. It's Wednesday. Thank you. Let me see. Hate that everybody judge you and make excuses for those around you and try to diminish you. That's been happening my whole life, though, y'all.
Who's making excuses? But once you become a full grown adult, you have the power and authority over your own life. She is choosing now to be a doormat, if you want to call it that, because really she's the one that kind of exerts the power in her relationship. The only way he get to act out is going and having sex with other people. Outside of that, Wood is powerless in this dynamic. So if she wants to continue to be in that situation, like, what do y'all want us to say? This is what she chose for her own life and her own children. What do you want us to say? Oh no, Wood, stop cheating on her. No, she likes it. She just said it like 3 times that he's been cheating on me. He always cheats on me. He's a cheater. He cheats on me. What the hell you want us to do? If she's okay with being cheated on, we supposed to be outraged. Oh my gosh, Wood, you need to treat her better. Honestly, Peach does not deserve better treatment. She doesn't. She deserves exactly what she has decided that she wants. She wants somebody who cheats on her, uses her, doesn't show up for her. That's exactly what she deserves. Have y'all ever heard the term, you don't get what you're worth, you get what you negotiate? Yeah. So she negotiated nothing, and that's exactly what she got. So that's what she deserves, nothing. What you want us to do about it? And they're not even social media figures like that. I think every now and then her mom posts, but Wood, baby, you can't get a cohesive sentence out of him. And they've been up here for years now. When have y'all heard Wood string together a paragraph? If she wants to be with a man who she feels like doesn't treat her well, then that's her choice.
I literally grew up as the slow one. I tell y'all all the time. To me, it's the funniest thing, the fact that I really thought that I was the slow one and I'm the one that finished school. The bitches really called me slow and retarded and dumb. Like literally having to read stuff for you and explain stuff for you, and I'm the dummy. And I believe them. That's why I say it's so important to watch what you believe. Send curses back to them. Those only thing they're doing is cursing your life. That's all they're doing. Nah, they definitely lied, and you're lying too, girl. So yeah, don't believe them. How do you sign up for your class? You go to my website, peachmcintyre.com. My ex is a narcissist. It's so mentally draining. I only dealt with it for 3 years. I don't see how you did it for almost 2 decades. You're strong as fuck. Because I've been dealing with this my whole life. My mama is a narcissist.
Now, like I said, not very often do we hear Wood articulate himself. Do y'all find him to be a narc? Or he just a dog man? Because I don't see him exhibiting narcissistic behavior towards his kids and family. It sounds like the opposite. It sounds like he has the ability to be empathetic. He's just not a good spouse. Like, y'all have let the internet condition y'all to think all dog men have narcissism. And that's not what it is. Some men just not developed to be a good spouse. And either you could choose to deal with it or don't. I bet Wood would be a hell of a friend. I bet you could have the time of your life with Wood. Because when he be out and about, smiling up at people's faces, he just seemed like he got good energy. He's just not meant to be a spouse. You trying to force a square into a circle hole, and it ain't working. So now he's a narcissist? No, he just lies and cheats on you and sneaks around. Because he's a dog-ass man.
They the same. So it's not like it's like it was the familiarity. I can't even say it. It was the familiarity. There we go. It was that for me. Like with me, what attracted me to my husband, me and my best friend talk about it all the time. It was the fact that he called me ugly and told me that I walk funny. Every other boy that liked me, they called me beautiful. They like, Peaches, you so pretty. Peaches, you are like a model. Peaches, I love the way you walk. You always have your head up high like you marching. Ooh, Peaches, I like your outfit. Like every other boy was nice to me. What attracted me to my husband when we talked, he was like, you ugly, you ain't all that. And I said,
girl. Oh, Lord. I ain't never heard that story because, y'all, I don't really get into Peach. Only when something major happened, I might, it might show up in the algorithm. Baby, you picked the man that told you was ugly on y'all first interaction. Okay, girl. I don't believe Peach is ugly by a long shot. Peach does not keep herself up. And Peach, like I said, she is very thirsty for any type of attention, being negative. So she get up here with her stomach hanging and hair sticking up all over her head and coming up here talking like she ain't got a lick of couth in her blood. So there's that. But ugly physically, she's not ugly. She could stand to take care of herself better, but I don't think she was ever taught how to be a lady. She just taught how to be somebody who got a vagina, but that don't make you a lady.
said, oh, he crazy. How can he not see that I'm so great? I got to make him see that I'm pretty. I got to make him see that I'm awesome. Like trying to prove to him my self-worth. Prove to him that like you could like me. And it was only because as I got older, guys, I didn't know back then, but as I got older and I started learning more about mother wounds, father wounds, narcissism, self-love, etc. As I've been on this journey, I learned that that's what really attracted me to him. And it wasn't because I just thought that was so cute. It was because it was my normal. It caught my attention because it reminded me of where I come.
See, I know people also don't think my Jazzy Life, Jasmine Dukes, Big Dukes, what I call it. Y'all don't find her attractive either, but I think y'all be trying to line her up and Peach up with women who plaster themselves in makeup and filters, and they just come up here, child, very much as is. What you see is what you get. See, I have more respect for that, and I think they both have beautiful features. But I'm also somebody who's very pro-black, so big noses, big lips, things like that, very attractive. Peach has immaculate skin. Now, if I could take anything from Peach, I would take the skin off her face and slap it on, baby. That skin is baby smooth. I don't know if it comes from having all them kids, because her hormones ain't never in balance because she's constantly pregnant or what. But the skin eats down. Now, the way she, like I said, pulls it together, there's that. But I think she's a beautiful young lady. That inside, corroded, rotten, hot mess. Hot mess.
From. So I feel like, and one of my friends talked about this. I feel like in the beginning, you date your parents. And as you continue to grow and learn yourself, you start to date your standards, your new standards that you have set for yourself. And that's what I was explaining. When I talk about my husband's family and my family, I'm explaining our background so you can kind of understand where we are, why we behave the way that we behave based on our backgrounds. But we have a choice at that point in all of this. Okay, what are we going to choose? Are we going to continue to do this? Or are we going to do something different? But how they take it is, oh, she bashing us. She just tearing them down. They like go to doing that. So
I need people. See, yeah, I think Peach is a little slow because, slow people like Jasmine Dukes, the way I tell y'all she's slow and she has to be on some type of regimen or routine. Slow people have a very hard time seeing gray areas. So in Peach's mind, it's either you can interact with your family or not. But babe, there is a thing called boundaries where you can have a relationship with people without letting their drama and negativity spill over into your life. That's called boundaries. You don't have to choose either or. You can choose to have whatever relationship that works for you all. But in her mind, it's either or. Either or. Either I'm going to throw all his stuff out, or I'm going to be laid up in bed with him online dancing, talking about how good the wood is. Either I'm going to be up here having a temper tantrum, talking about how much I hate him, or I'm going to be up here talking about how amazing he is. It's never any gray area like, okay, I want to be with my husband, so I want us to go to counseling. And that's the only way I can stay in this relationship if we get some help, a mediator, something of that sort. It's never that. It's always, oh, I'm going to drop all his stuff off and throw a temper tantrum over his mama house. Or, oh, that wood is so good. Girl. Yeah, slow. That's the diagnosis. We're going to diagnose her slow. Y'all let me know what the code is for that. All my billing and coding people, what is the code for slow? Because we're going to need to bill her Medicaid or whatever she got. Let me know what the Z code is for slow.
So then I'll start to do it for real. Okay, bitch, I'll show you a bash motherfucker. That's when I go to that. But all I was trying to do was get my husband to see you grew up in an unhealthy environment. Even when I talk about parentifying minors, young kids, when me and my husband talked about his brother that passed away, his brother was the oldest. His brother had a different dad from his dad and his other siblings. His brother was angry with his mom, feeling like his mom is choosing his sister that's not her daughter over him. We had that conversation, right? And then when my husband telling me, oh, his brother used to have to make sure they get to school because his mama always was at work and da, 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 da. I'm like, do you understand like what you're explaining is your brother was basically like a parent? Well, it wasn't like he had to watch us. He just had to make sure go outside and make sure we took baths and make sure he had food. That's making him the parent. That's unfair. It's like robbing a person of a childhood, and that's why I won't do that to Gregory. So when me and my husband get into it about stuff like that, where he be like, Gregory could help, he old enough, and I be like, no, those are your kids. Those are my kids. Those aren't Gregory's kids. It's because we grew up at a time where that was normal. It didn't matter if you was a boy or girl. You an older kid, you gonna help with these kids that I made because I gotta go to work and I'm taking care of you. It was basically like that for us, children that were born in the 80s and 90s, and I'll say the early 2000s. And it was unfair. We were robbed. And you don't realize it until you get older and you start to realize you missed out on a lot of childlike things. Even when I think back to when my mama took my dolls, y'all know she said I'm lying. But I feel like I told my husband when we was talking about it, he was like, man, nah, she didn't take you to boyfriend. I said, I feel like my mom hated that I was having that moment as a child, like it was envy. I'm literally.
Yeah, I'm confused about that part because I seen a couple shorts where she was in the hospital with the baby that's still there, but Wood's supposed to be gone. So, oh Lord, probably because he decided to call the girl ugly.
Sitting on the floor in my room playing with dolls, and it just angered her for no reason. Just literally, you too motherfucking big to be playing. You act retarded. Like, what? You need to get a boyfriend, and literally picked my dolls up, took them out my hand, and threw them in the garbage. And I'm just boo crying. And it just like made us so happy. Like I could see it. So I feel like I told my husband, I feel like it was more so this bitch enjoying a moment of her childhood. How dare she? That's how I feel about it. That's just me thinking it over, applying the wisdom that I have now that I'm older. I'm like, okay, I ain't have no dolls hunching. I ain't do stuff like that. Even with my mama, I remember one time my mama got angry at my sister. My sister was the problem child, but that was my mama's favorite. My sister gave my mama hell. My sister talked back. My sister smoked weed with my mama young. My sister was drinking young. My sister got tattoos young. My mama gave my sister so much freedom. But I remember one time my mama got angry with my sister. She was ironing our school clothes and argued with my sister, and she took the iron, a hot iron, and threw it at my sister Sandria. And the iron bounced off the wall. It missed my sister. It bounced off the wall, hit the wall, and came down and hit her precious baby boy Elwood. And mama crying, oh my God, my baby, grabbing Elwood. And I'm just like, this shit is crazy. Like I hate living here. This is insane. And we went to Cleveland where my grandma Johnny May work. And she up there crying. And she's talking about how we ain't got to go to school. My grandma's talking about, just don't send them to school, Teresa. Just don't send them to school. And I said, I want to go to school. I wanted to get the fuck away from them. It was just like always dysfunction. Always just crazy. And my sister Drill was just bold. She wasn't scared of nothing. Even when we got older and I used to say, like, you was so dirty and lazy. She was like, I wasn't dirty and lazy. I just wasn't cleaning up nobody else's mess. That was your stupid self. I'm like, what? That's how I started cleaning up at 6. My sister Drill 2 years older than me. So I started cleaning up at 6 because my mama told my sister to clean the kitchen. And my sister was like, I ain't cleaning no kitchen. I ain't cleaning nothing. Just talking back. And my mom was like, if you don't clean the kitchen, I'm going to whoop you. And I didn't want my sister to get a whooping. She was like, if I go to sleep, I wake up, that kitchen ain't clean, I'm going to whoop you. And my sister literally took her bold ass and went to sleep. And I was like, oh my God, she going to whoop Drill. So I got in there. I learned, like, just from observing them, I was like, I'm finna just clean up. I washed dishes. I swept. I mopped. My mama woke up the next morning. She was like, oh my God, Drill, you cleaned up. Oh my God. I'm so happy that I said, Drill was like, I ain't clean that up, her dumb ass. She was like, I ain't clean that up. I ain't clean up nothing. And mom was like, what? Then who cleaned up? And I was like, I cleaned up. Baby, why I said that? After that, it was nonstop. I always got to clean up. I'm the maid. I always got to clean up. Always. Your mom is narcissistic and you are right to kick her out of your life. I know. I told y'all I didn't even learn about the word narcissism until I was an adult. I was literally on YouTube and this lady was explaining like her mom was a narcissist and saying everything her mom did. And I was like, Like everything she said was my mom. And then I started looking up narcissism and like learning more about it. And then I told my brother, and he was like, dang, that's mama. Like after I sent him everything. And then we told her that she was a narcissist and she got mad and cussed us out the first time. And then the second time, she was a little bit more open to having a conversation with us, but still like, nah. And then after that, it just became Peaches is a liar. Thank you. All of those that call you a narcissist, I don't think they know what a narcissist is. All that you do for Wood and your family, that's not what narcissists do. So, what narcissist people love to do is have this perfect outer image, and that's why I won't have one. They like to hide. It's just like the people, the pedophiles that go to church.
I ain't never seen Wood try to hide nothing. He be letting you record him. He just be laughing in your face though. He don't take you seriously. That don't make him a narcissist. He's just a dog, and he don't have any respect for you because you don't demand respect. I'm trying to figure out where's the narcissism in that. But all right, y'all, we're going to get into the comments a little bit, and then we might come back for a part 2 because Shawty Girl is on a roll. Okay? And I think it's still about an hour left on the video. And yeah. She a sad woman. Yeah, she is. Please heal. Heal, child. Heal. These people will never heal because she sit up there and cover up her trauma by staying pregnant. You think all them kids gonna fill the void? No, because eventually they're gonna grow up, they're gonna leave you, and you're gonna be sitting somewhere with the same issues that you had 17 years ago, 20 years ago, 25, 30 years ago. Like, that's not about to change. She thinks she's slick, taking this situation to bash Wood family and expose things he done shared with her. Probably get his folks to kick him out so he'll have nowhere to stay. I think they're hip to her shenanigans. Like I said, this is a temper tantrum. This is the type of activity that you see from people who never got attention as a child and coming up. So they have to like do the most just to get a little bit of attention, and they don't care if it's negative, positive, or otherwise. So, yeah. Once she start making money, she should have left Wood in the projects. Ain't no way. She can't take care of all them kids by herself. She talked that big shit, but nope. Can't spend your life looking for an apology you'll never get. Just apologize for them and heal. That's all you can do. But sitting around hooting and hollering and being mad because somebody else want to connect with their own family, like, oh my gosh. But all right, y'all, this has been your girl Marisa Star of Star TV, and like I said, we can come back and finish the rest because I think there are a lot of important lessons, and this kind of sums up the mommy sector. People who never developed, they're very underdeveloped, they decide to have children. Those are the people that decide to have the most children because they don't understand the implications and the impact. So those of us who are actually healed and understand all that goes into being a functional parent, we would never choose to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 kids. Especially if you ever chose wrong with the man before. Oh, baby, that is an eye-opening experience. Bitch, you ain't got to shoot me but once. Okay? Thank you. No, and I don't get into the looks politics because, like I said, you can't line up somebody who's 100% natural and either confident or crazy enough to come up here and just look any other type of way versus somebody who is very low self-esteem. Say like the strong mommy Chrissy. Y'all think she's the beauty queen of the sector, but she can't come online without a filter, which also holds back her content because very rarely could she do a live or anything like that because she want to be fully made up and use filters. So, yeah. All right, y'all. It's been fun. I will see y'all soon. Like I said, power to the people. It's Black History Month. Olivia K. Johnson, we coming for you. Just for that.